Hey guys, welcome to the first part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show. Take me through all of the new graphic novels into the store. So this is what's going to be going on the racks this Wednesday, new comic book day. Some of it's back catalogue stuff, some of it's brand new stuff. So a little bit of everything. So just to take through what we got. So first of all, we have a little bit of a sojourn back to the Morrison days of Batman. And this was like one of the big stories in the world at the time. I remember I remember watching the news, and there was all these really angry American newscasters talking about how this British guy was killing an American icon, killing Batman. Of course, this is through Batman R.I.P., linked to Final Crisis and so forth. But yeah, long out of print graphic novel, but managed to get that back into store. New out this week, we have Ultimate Invasion. So of course, this is the precursor to the Ultimate Universe, which of course is doing so well and so many of you guys are enjoying in the store. Obviously, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Black Panther, and I believe in the previous book this month we're going to see the Ultimates as well. So this is sort of the lead into that. It was a 4-issue miniseries by Jonathan Hickman and Brian Hitch, so now collected into trade. Next up is another modern Marvel epic collection. So this one is Spider-Girl, and it's subtitled Legacy. So this is volume 1, which ran from 1998 to 1999. And essentially it asks the questions, what if Peter Parker and Mary Jane had a daughter? I've heard a lot of good stuff about this. I've never read it myself, but there's a couple of regulars who have told me this is some really good stuff. It essentially has the What If 105, Spider-Girl 1 to 15, and the half issue and the annual as well. Another epic collection next up, but a more standard one. Interesting enough, this is a standard epic collection, and this is a modern era epic collection. Modern era covers 1998 to 1999. Epic collection covers 2000 to 2002. Go figure. But anyway, this is volume 14 of Wolverine. So this covers Wolverine 159 to 172. So you have the likes of Frank Thierry working on Wolverine at this time. The sadistic agency that implanted Wolverine's adamantium skeleton has returned. Next up, we have Batman Superman World's Finest. This, of course, is already available as a hardcover, but has now come out in trade paperback form. So Mark Waid, Dan Mora doing some absolutely fantastic work there with a love letter to Silver Age DC. Next up, we have Godzilla and Kong the Hunted. So this is the official prequel graphic novel to New Empire, which, of course, is the movie hitting movie theaters very, very soon. Written by Brian Buccellato, who's currently writing Justice League Godzilla Kong, worked on Injustice, Flash, that kind of stuff, and a couple of different artists working on there as well. This is almost a DC equivalent of an epic collection, I suppose. This is Birds of Prey Progeny. This is back from the run when it was Gail Simone on the title, Paulo Siqueira on art, as well as Nicholas Scott. This covers the run from 92 to 103, the all-new Birds of Prey. The Birds of Prey is shaken to its core as more teammates depart and new members join the roster, who will be asked to join Oracle in her all-new Birds of Prey. Will they refuse, or who will fly the coop for good? So yeah, renowned run on Birds of Prey from Gail Simone. Next up, Immortal X-Men. So more of these titles are starting to hit trade. We're coming obviously with the Fall of X and so on and so forth before this gigantic X-Men relaunch. So Kieran Gillen working on this, issues 14 to 18. That finishes off Immortal X-Men. Next up is Bryn Mawr. So this was a horror title written by Steve Niles, of course responsible for the 30 Days of Night amongst all else. The artist on this is Damien Worm, who was Steve Niles' artist on the October faction as well. So a new horror tale. Recently divorced and sober, Mark Turner has returned to his hometown looking for a second chance. He plans to rebuild the old church into a new home if the locals let him. But Turner Island has a secret, one tracing back to when it was named after Mark's ancestors. Who or what is Bryn Mawr? Next up, we have another beautiful image compendium out this week. So this is the Descender compendium. This was a great book. Jeff Lemire writing, Dustin Wayne on art. Really, really big, really epic. It deals with how technology takes over. Is that well timed? But then there's also a follow-up book called Ascender, which is to do with the rise of magic. 10 years after planet-sized robots called Harvesters appeared and wreaked havoc across the galaxy, a young android named Tim 21 wakes to find that all robots have been outlawed. But Tim may hold the secrets to the Harvesters in his machine DNA, and he quickly becomes the most wanted robot in the universe. With bounty hunters and threats lurking at every turn, Tim embarks on a mind-blowing adventure through the stars along with his robot dog Bandit and the lumbering mind droid Driller. So this is the complete Descender. Next up, back in stock, we obviously got volume 3 of Invincible, these new digest almost size editions in. We've now got volume 1s in stock. I'm trying my best to source volume 2s at the moment, so we have the whole run thus far. New volume of One Punch Man this week, which hits volume number 27. Another book I'm so glad to get back in stock, because we've had 1 and 3 for ages, but 2 has been out of stock with suppliers. It's one of my personal favourite comics, That Texas Blood. Written by Chris Condon, art by Jacob Phillips. Amazing Western noir. Cannot recommend this book enough. I mean, I started a thread on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, a couple of days ago, which was named 4 indie books that you would recommend to people to start. And for me, it was Deadly Class, it was Criminal, it was That Texas Blood, which is just tremendous stuff. So yeah, it's 3 volumes so far. Of course, they've done the prequel, Enfield Gang Massacre, as well. But yeah, I needed to make sure I had volume 2s in stock, because I had volume 3. Next up is from AWA Comics. So of course they specialize in sort of short story arcs, 4 or 5 issue runs. This £9 price point. A little bit of science fiction for you now, and this is New Think Volume 1, a Black Mirror style anthology which examines the rapid proliferation of technology, the culture and political polarization of the country, and the technocrats that have driven us to such extremes of thought that we need to present the present as something futuristic. All these books are definitely running a theme. Another volume 2 was fantastic to get back in stock, because again we had volume 1 and volume 3, and again this is a highly recommended title in the store, is 7 Secrets from Tom Taylor and Daniel D. Niculo. Very much a fusion of comics and manga, I thought, in terms of aesthetic and style, and just a really fast-paced adventure to do with 7 secrets that could destroy the world if they fell into the wrong hands. It seems every week I have a volume of Nightwing on, but that's just because it sells every single week. So it was just a case of getting them back in stock and having the whole run. So Battle for Bloodhaven's Heart back in stock, which of course is volume 3, 92 to 96 of Tom Taylor Bruno Redondo's run. Next up is The Madness from J. Michael Straczynski and ASO. This is the AWA sort of superhero universe almost, all linking together that Straczynski has been doing. So this one was the full run. We'll go a little mad sometimes. Sarah Ross has been using her superpowers as a thief, stealing from the rich and, well, keeping it. Until the day she stole from the wrong person, a highly placed official who pressures the government to assassinate her. So yeah, J. Michael Straczynski on that, so you know it's going to be good. Next up is Deadpool vs. Wolverine. So I wonder why this is out. This is collecting some older encounters between the Merc with a Mouth and Wolverine. So the Merc with the Mouth takes on the Mutant with the Mutton Chops in their greatest battles and occasional team-ups. So this collects issues from Wolverine, from Deadpool, Cable and Deadpool, Wolverine Origins, Wolverine Deadpool at Decay, and material from a couple of Wolverine annuals as well. Next up, Star Wars Dark Droids. This was the most recent Star Wars event that actually united all of the titles. They all fell under this banner. But this is the main sort of event book, so it is, which collects Dark Droids numbers 1 to 5. And was written by Charles Soule with art by Luke Ross. Next up is Berserker Bloodline. So this is a collection of the oversized one-shots that have been sort of slowly building the world of Berserker after the 12 issues had finished. So this contains Poetry of Madness and Fallen Empire number 1. So continuing on. Kenny Reeves, Steve Scrooge, Mattson Tomlin. So really good team there. 2 to go, which are actually the same book. So let's just do them both. So Ghost Rider Rite of Passage. This is volume 4 of the fantastic, I keep banging on about this, Benjamin Percy run on Ghost Rider. This is easily, for me, one of the best Ghost Rider runs ever. Admittedly, it can sometimes be a short list because, you know, poor Ghost Rider doesn't get long runs these days. But this is as far as issue 21, and then of course it's getting retooled as Vengeance of the Ghost Rider. But really can't recommend enough. Rite of Passage just finished off that 21 issue run. Also includes the Ghost Rider annual. So yeah, so that's it for this week. So that's everything you want on the shelves graphic novel wise. Check back later on, of course, I'll fire up a video with all the new single issue releases out this week, just to keep you guys as informed as possible. So as ever, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're keeping well out there, and I look forward to seeing you in store soon. So take it easy.